How to beat Vegas odds with the Odds Jam platform. Welcome back. So I want to show everyone how to use this platform and how to make some picks. So the way this works is, remember, Odds Jam is let me show you real quick on the resource page here. It's a sharp betting platform. What that means is the odds on the sharpest book would be Pinnacle, which we don't have access to. It's overseas. However, these lines of Vegas, the odds and the lines of Vegas and the spreads and all that stuff, the juice, the vig, all that stuff's predetermined. So you have to remember, if you're betting on sports, whatever line they give you, it's the line and the odds that they want you to pick. And sometimes you're stuck with that's all you get because they know whatever line and odds they give you, the odds of them winning are better than you winning. So at the end of the day, you don't have a lot of choices, right? However, if you have a tool like this is a betting tool. What it does is help you find positive expected value bets, low hold bets, and middles. So if you were to go through, let's say you have, I don't know, Bet MGM, or you have DraftKings or FanDuel, and you use that exclusively for all your bets, that's fine. However, to be a very profitable sports bettor or investor, you might want to start choosing multiple. I have about 8 or 10 that I use so far. I don't know if I'll go beyond that because it's kind of hard to manage right now, but for the past several months, I've been using it, and it's working out very well. It actually shows your profit, and it shows your losses. So with this, I can track everything, but today what I want to go through is how to find these good bets. So let's go to the positive EV page. Now it's going to pull up all the games of today, games of tomorrow. I could even bet on 213 at the soccer game. So what I would do is click on the calculator. It'll say Tottenham, Wolverine Wanderers, American odds, total goals under 1.5 with a plus 230 line. Odds of me winning are 31%. Fraction of your bankroll is 2.25. I put in $1,000 on mine. It's telling me I should bet about $22.48 for this particular bet, meaning that if this was 50 or 60%, this would probably go up. In fact, let me type in 50. Yep. Look at that. If it's a 50% win rate, you want to bet that much money. Now, whether you do or don't bet that much, that's totally up to you. I'll tell people keep your lots or your standard stake. I said lots, sorry. Lots is for day trading. Stake is for sports betting. So if you want to keep it at $5 for every bet, $10 for every bet, totally fine. So let me go through and let's see if we can find a good bet. So we got one for today. Let's see. I already put this one in here. So what I did was I came here. I found my odds under 1.5 for the game, plus 230. So I remember that number. I go back to the plus. Now I'd go here and I'd go to FanDuel because that's where it's offering these odds. Now there's multiple sportsbook. This thing is loaded with all these sports. Look at these sports books. 10 bet, 5 dimes, Action 247, Barstool, Bet America, Bet 365, Bet Any Sports, MGM, on and on and on and on and on. Right? DraftKings, FanDuel, Fox Bets. For those of you that don't have Fox Bets, I think I'm going to get it because their odds are they're crushing it. They're always better than everybody else. So I don't know why I don't have that yet, but I got to get it. So I would put in, say, $22. You don't have to do 50 cents. You just round up, round down if you want, or use it at that price. I've been told by the owner of OzJam, if you continue to use that, like 22.43 and 28.61, it may catch up with you at some point, and you may think you're trying to trick the system. So I advise maybe not to do that. Just kind of round up the numbers, but $22.50 or just $22, $23. So what will happen is when I put this in, I forgot one thing. What I'm trying to find is the odds, right? So the odds jam are the perfect odds. It's saying under the perfect line would be if there's a no vig, meaning that if the perfect line was fair for me and fair for Vegas, that's what the line should be, is plus 197. Now what happens is these other books, they compete with one another. So they want to produce better odds in the next one because they want you to use their platform. So if I use FanDuel, I'm going to get this game on the 13th at plus 230. So I'm going to scroll up to my FanDuel page here and see if I can snag this. Now, you have to remember, these lines move fast. So by the time I see this and by the time I log into my portal, there's a good chance I can miss it. Let me get back down here. I don't know what happened. There we go. All right, that's not working because my computer is horrible. I apologize. My computer's getting fixed. I have a new computer. I got locked out today, so I'm back to the old one, and we're not having fun. So let's go to the positive EV page again. Let's see if we can get this down here. There we go. All right. So now what happens is when I put this in here on my bet tracker, I go to bets. It tracks all of my bets. So any bet I make, it tracks it. It could be, tell me the odds, the game, the time, the date, the money line, plus 160. Now what happens is I want to make this number green. The way to make that green, I'm gonna try to keep this short, 6 minutes. The way to make that number green is get the right odds. See, it says worse than the odds on the closing line. If you want to be a profitable sports bettor and you want to beat the Vegas odds, you got to be able to beat that line. So if I have the Lakers at 160 and they have it at minus 146, there's a good chance I'll lose that game. Now, it doesn't make sense just yet, but it will when you keep watching this over and over again. So I strongly suggest you stay informed with what we're doing and watch how this works. Now, last night, I put in some just regular bets, right? So from 24th, you can see here, 24th, all the way down to here. We lost one, lost two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bets we won, right? Look at these pluses on here. 4-leg parlay, hockey and basketball, Flames over 5.5 minus 125. And some of these down here, 13, 130. These are all just different games that'll be pending for a while. But look at this. I've beat the odds on the CLV. So the goal is to keep it there. Now, if the lines move, you do have a chance to go back to the sports book, close it out, redo it, try to get it again. If by chance you can't get it, if you can't get the line, like this one here, I'm just going to cancel it out and move on to another pick. I don't care about who's playing. I know it's the Lakers, but I go through and try to find profitable bets. Now, you can bet all you want with your feelings and your emotions and your numbers and your calculations and anything you want to. By all means, don't ever stop using that. However, along with what you're doing on sports betting, you want to get the better odds. People always now people are starting to ask me, how'd you get those odds? For example, try to find something like, who did I take? Ice hockey. Try to get the Coyotes plus 1.5 for plus 155. Not many hockey games get a plus 1.5 and a plus 155. If you can find it, take it. If you can't find it, don't take it. If the odds are anything minus or a plus 140, 130, I'd say maybe give it a shot, but I would strongly advise not to do that. So, real quick, positive EV. You're going to look for a certain net. And now also what I'll do too is I will refresh this. You want to refresh this as much as possible because sometimes you can look at a game like this and go, oh, well, it's under 4.5, 260. Wow. And by the time, like I said, you get to your sports book, it's gone. So usually what I'll do is I'll look here, I'll click this, got it, okay. I'll go back and I'll refresh it again just to make sure it's still there and it's not moving. Some of these lines, I'll get email alerts just like ping, 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 ping. The line's just moving and moving and moving. Wait till it settles down. So once again, I click on this for the game. Look at my odds. I want to go through and find who it is. So I want to take what was it again? This is where I get mixed up. I don't remember anything. 4.5, 260, right? So I'm going to take right here, put in my $20, my whatever bucks. I'm going to put in $5, whatever. Hit save. That's it. It's tracked on your spreadsheet. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll pull this up to here. Make sure I validate what it is. Write it down if you want to. Remember that number. Say $25, $24. I'll pick the game here. I'll keep it up here. I'll put in 22. Then I'll go to my, say, DraftKings, whatever, and I'll put in my bet from there. Make sure that the odds are the same. Sometimes they're better, but not often. Or if it's like 255, it's probably worth it. But I don't know all that just yet. But what I'm telling you is, since I've been doing this, I'm getting more profit, but I'm losing more games. So not by much, maybe 5-10% on average, losing so many games. But it's the odds. When you get the odds, better odds, you're beating Vegas. They're not beating you. So once again, thank you, everybody. Please click below, subscribe, like us. We have a Patreon page where we do $10 picks per month. We have different tiers where we have $40 for parlays and picks. So if you like the parlays, like I said, we hit 2 last night. I only put a couple bucks on there. I've been trying something new with the parlays, like 2 to 4 teams, round robins. There's got to be the right odds. Don't put like minus 200 odds on a round robin. You won't win anything. But the odds are like 110, 105 plus whatever. Take a round robin. You can win 3 out of 4. So smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. I'll keep posting more of these. If you want a free trial, there's a link in the description down there. Click on the link. You get 7 days free. If you decide to sign up, you get 35% off. You're not going to get that offered anywhere else because we're working directly with them. And excuse me, soon we were going to have the owner on as an interview, and he's going to explain everything about the program. He's much better than me. He's quick at it. He's fast. He can go back and forth, do all kind of cool stuff because he's been doing this for a long time. So signing off once again with our review of how to beat the Vegas odds with OddsJam. Thank you so much.